Yeah, I'm actually going to keep this. This was an idea here. No, you know what? Welcome everyone. I'm on the front-facing camera, but it's too narrow. There we go. I think that's better there. Yeah, there we go. Better. All right, welcome everybody. And I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations in front of the capital of New Jersey. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Capital of New Jersey. Is that the governor? No, that's Scalzo Photo. Is that the governor? Maybe she will be. You got my vote, Deli Flores. And this is beautiful building, I've got to tell you. They don't build things like this anymore. This is the New Jersey State House Annex. And went to attempt to speak to the governor today, which is still pending, as well as Matthew Platkin, the Attorney General. And what we did, this is what we did. And I want Deli to say something here too. Is that clear, Deli? Yes. And I went into the building along with Deli Flores and Scalzo Photo and to talk with the OCR, which it's the agency where you can schedule an appointment with Governor Murphy and so forth. However, I was here about 3 or 4 weeks ago and I met with Vinny from the OCR, and I got to tell you, Vinny was extraordinary. Incredibly professional, incredible to, like, a very present person, completely present, not in a rush. And he wanted to hear my story again about the 3 women who claimed sexual assault. They also heard Deli Flores' story, where she claims that Mayor Stack sexually assaulted her not once but twice. And Vinny originally told me, you don't have to keep moving. I'm getting dizzy. Yeah, Deli was moving. And so I shared with Vinny last time when I was here, and Vinny, who is one of the people in this particular office, who works directly with Governor Phil Murphy, and he said the governor usually has a 6-month waiting list for people to talk with him. Now that's a problem. If it takes 6 months if you have an issue. However, as I told Vinny last time, and I once again said today, this is an emergency. I am here on behalf of 3 women who claim they were sexually assaulted by a fellow Union City, New Jersey worker. And that Phil Murphy had to call me that day. Can I ask you that there were 3 women sexually assaulted and Mayor Stack, Senator Stack isn't protecting them? Can I ask you your opinion? Do you not care about 3 women who were sexually assaulted right now? They're being raped, that doesn't matter to you? I mean, this is mind-blowing how most people are soulless. Just before my life, there were 2 wonderful women who happened to be walking by, and they cared. They wanted to know what was going on. They want to know what they could do to help. This is the attitude of most people. And Deli Flores personally claims that she was sexually assaulted not once but twice by Mayor State Senator Brian P. Stack. And she claims retaliation once she came forward. That's exactly what has happened to the 3 women who came forward to me and to the police. Once they told the police that they've been sexually assaulted by Raul Janelle, allegedly, what happened? They have been relentlessly retaliated against almost every day. So I came here and I want to speak with Governor Murphy today, T-O-D-A-Y. I want to speak with State Attorney General Matthew Platkin, affectionately known by Matt to his friends and family, to ask them to immediately intervene, since Mayor Brian Stack and the entire Board of City Commissioners, including City Commissioner Wendy Groyon, City Commissioner of Union City, New Jersey, Martinetti, since they are derelict in their duty completely. We need the state to intervene. And I'm going to be requesting that Phil Murphy, governor, immediately take over the Hudson County Prosecutor's office and dismiss Esther Suarez. He just did that in Warren County, New Jersey. He took over the entire prosecutor's office because of allegations of corruption and malfeasance. Well, allegedly the same things and worse are allegedly going on in Hudson County Prosecutor's office with Esther Suarez, where literally she saw Justin Mercado, the president of the Board of Education, assault and rob me on camera, right next to Mayor Brian Stack, who watched, allowed it to happen, and let the assaulter and robber go. AS-SAULT Flores' office saw this video, which I've showed to numerous police officers at various levels. I showed this to numerous lawyers, and every single one of them, after reviewing that video, said, this is a no-brainer. Justin Mercado assaulted and robbed you, Leroy Truth. Yet Hudson County Prosecutor AS-SAULT Flores, her office said, oh, we've reviewed all this video footage, and there is nothing indictable here. Did you smell that? Do you smell that? Can you smell that through the YouTube stream? Hello there. Can I ask you a question about 3 women who were sexually assaulted and need help? Would you help these 3 women? Would you help? This is the crazy capital of the world. This isn't the state capital. This is insane capital, Trenton. How could no one be curious about what I'm saying? If God were to come to this earth now and say, let's see, is it worth saving? I know God would say yes because of people like Deli Flores, people like Scalzo Photo, people like the 3 victims of sexual assault. All the good people I've been meeting in Union City, New Jersey. People like that are the problem. No one, not one single person in Union City in government has done anything to help these women and to assure they are working in a safe environment. And that's what I came here for. So Deli, I want Deli to come on camera. I know you got to go in a few minutes. I want you to share what happened in the room with Vinny, because initially, Vinny or someone said they only wanted to meet with me. But no, I wanted Deli, who's been attempting to get justice for years. I want her to talk with the governor. And I wanted my good friend Scalzo Photo, who also does a lot of editing for Leroy Truth Investigations, to be there as a witness. And so, here, Deli, let me give you this. In fact, you know what? I've got, let me see if I can find this. I've got this, which goes right in here, makes it way easier. And all the great tools here.
Nice.
So, tell everyone what you experienced during the meeting today with Vinny from the Office of OCR, who was directly responsible for scheduling myself, Leroy Truth, and Deli Flores to talking with Phil Murphy. Go ahead.
We met together inside with 2 men. At the office, I have the name in my paper. The paper is in the office. They say they write all the points, point by point. We spend our time, and beautiful time. Finally, so we are almost close to the, I hope, close to the governor, because they write everything about the points. Leroy explained everything about the case from Union City with the 3 ladies, about Alicia Morejon, about Raul Henao, about Dalia Henao, about everything meetings, about meeting, because he has a lot of proof, a lot of recorders, pictures, evidence that what happened with the Mayor Brian Stack. He looks like indifference. He doesn't care nothing. He, like he's an American person, he made funny of us. So finally, they write everything. So we hope to call for 10 minutes with the governor. Finally, everything is almost ready to find our. I hope we find a solution with the governor. If the Mayor Brian Stack look at this, don't laugh at me. Don't laughing about Leroy. Don't laughing about the 3 ladies who was victims of assault, sexual assault. Don't make funny of me. Don't make funny of Leroy, because Brian Stack, as you know, the day when you assault me sexually, you hiding my case. You hiding my case. You made funny of me. So finally, we had a beautiful meeting with the men.
Yes. So. What we'll see, Deli, is we'll see. Now, Governor Murphy was supposed to call me and meet with me last time I was here.
Everybody had to know that because this is ready.
Right, and Governor Murphy did not. So Governor Murphy, you have another chance. I'm here right now. Some of your staff are watching this video, this live stream right now. I am here. You can create 10 minutes for Deli and 10 minutes for me to protect women who claim sexual assault. And if you can't create time to do that, you do not deserve to be in your office. What are you doing? You pass bills that help you and your friends and raise our taxes and take more of our rights away. What about protecting people who have actually, according to them, been victims of some of the most heinous, evil, sick crimes? I'm not stopping.
Yes.
Deli's not stopping.
No. People have to wake up. You have to wake up in Hudson County, in the whole New Jersey. Is this possible whole United States? This is a terrible situation in our place, in our terrain in Hudson County. We have to wake up Hispanic people. If you don't have voice in Hudson County, this is the time. This is the moment. This is your opportunity to share everything with us that we are fighting with Leroy. Thanks God for Leroy. Because anybody wants to do nothing. Any man, any police, any sheriff, any lawyer, any prosecutor, nobody wants to help in every way because they are intimidated. They're scared about Brian Stack.
Right. You know what?
Yes.
So many people are scared about Brian Stack.
Yes.
And that's a problem. In the United States of America, no one should be scared about an elected official.
Scared about the
Hey, can I ask you a question about 3 women who were sexually assaulted and the mayor is not protecting them? Why don't you want to, are you women? Do you want to help protect 3 women who have been sexually assaulted? I mean, can you believe that? Once again, no one wants to do anything. I've never seen anything like this, ladies and gentlemen. This is unprecedented. They don't even want to hear it. They're women, for God's sakes. You know, I'm a man and I care about women. I care that they're protected. I care about that they're treated with respect.
You know
I care when they are not treated well, all right, that the right thing is done. And if someone treats them like this, we're talking alleged sexual assault, the perpetrator is held accountable. It's been 5 weeks since they came forward and talked to the police, who, by the way, Union City Police did an excellent job. And guess what? No arrest, no communication, nothing. Go ahead, Deli.
Also, most important thing, as you as a mother or father, you know what happened in the schools? All the school of Union City is under control of Brian Stack, Justin Mercado, Alicia Morejon Paz, Mercedes Joaquin, people, evil people. Also, I got to mention Ralph Pesanti.
Oh, Ralph Pesanti, yeah.
Ralph Pesanti is a lawyer from Union City Board of Education. When some police fired me from the Union City Board of Education office, the Ralph Pesanti appeared. Why you want Deli Flores? Nothing in favor of the laws. We have a right as a people, Hispanic people, citizen, resident, illegal people, undocumented people, wherever. You have to wake up. This is your time. This is our time. Thank you, Leroy. Thank you for you coming to fight for our people in this county. Also, mother and father, you know what happened? They continues in this cycle of corruption. You know what happened? Your child will affect it. You know why? I gonna say I don't want. Inside are people who are working and a witness of people. And I don't want to say that, but it doesn't matter. I say. You know what happened with some in the school? Be careful as a mother. Be careful as a father. You know who are take care as a teacher A. Sorry, as a teacher A. Who is the teacher A who take care of your child? Be careful. You know why? Because some cases is opening in the city. You don't know nothing. I will say you. I'm going to say a little bit in Spanish because somebody speaks Spanish. Mire, mis amigos. Thank you, Leroy. ¿Usted sabe quién está tocando a su niña y a su niño en la escuela? ¿Usted sabe quiénes están trabajando en el Board of Education? ¿Usted sabe qué clase de situaciones están escondidas? Están guardadas de años que han pasado y ahora los muchachos están grandes, pero ¿sabe qué? Están hablando que han sido tocados sexualmente. Tengo que decirlo. I'm gonna say that about sexual harassment in the school, inside the school. That is it. I know, I'm a witness. Some cases are hiding. Algunos casos están escondidos que han agarrado a los niños sexualmente. Los que ayudan a los maestros, los teachers say. They touch the intimate parts. They touch the peony. They touch the part, intimate part. I don't know what it's in English, but they touch that. You know, they are growing. Now they are telling something. They open the eyes. So very important to know that who is in the Board of Education working. Who are take care of your child? Who is in the door? ¿Quién es la seguridad? La mujer. Irena Calderón. Irena Calderón assault me. Ella está en la escuela, in the school.
Thank you, Deli. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a look at some chats here. I'm going to get closer to the phone here. So let me take a look at some chats. It's super bright out, so it's hard to see the chats, but I so appreciate each of you spending some time with myself and Deli Flores here at Trenton, New Jersey at the state capitol. And there's the truck I rented again. Numerous messages on this. And for example, I'm going to read you some of this. Brian Stack likes to play victim card, claims everyone's picking on him. Brian P. Stack claims to be a Democrat, but when it was time to take a stand and back Republican unions, what did Brian P. Stack do? He crossed the aisle and became best friends with the worst governor ever, Chris Christie. And it's hard to see, but there's Brian Stack. There's Brian Stack cheering for Chris Christie and saying, Christie, and he's getting the whole group to say, Christie, who's a Republican, one of the worst governors in the history of New Jersey, Chris Christie. Brian Stack, he's a mayor and he's a state senator of Union City, New Jersey. And if you have any tips at all of any corruption, 305-707-8325, Leroy Truth 24/7 at gmail.com. And take a look at this. I'm going to turn the camera around here. Then we have on the back, this is Mayor Stack's girlfriend who got a cushy job, and she's saying she loves drinking sambuca with lobster and steak. And she has this cushy job, which I hear she doesn't even show up for. Doesn't show up for most of the time, allegedly. Gets paid in Board of Education, has another job in Hudson County. She can afford steak and lobster and living the good life, while huge majority of the distressed city of Union City, they're barely surviving. They're hardworking, they're wonderful people. And they're barely surviving while his girlfriend lives on steak and lobster and brags about it and a little bit of sambuca. Really disgusting. Hey, can I ask you about 3 women, if you would help 3 women who've been sexually assaulted? Can I ask you? Would you like to help 3 women who are claim sexual assault? Apparently not. And what do you do? I'm going to ask you, everybody. I'm going to get closer to the camera so I can see your chats here. It's a lot of sambucas. And it's hard to see, it's so bright out here. And what would you say? What would you ask? If you were to ask the next person that comes by here, what would you say? You can go. What would be your question to that person? Here, I'll ask some of your questions. What's the next question to a man or a woman who comes by here? What would you ask them to protect 3 women who allege sexual assault? And let's see, we have someone here. Hey, can I ask you a question about 3 women who were sexually assaulted? Would you like to help too? What you can do to help them? Is your job more important than 3 women who have been sexually assaulted? You could have said, hey, I'm here waiting for women who need help, and you don't have to get mad at me. Get mad at the guy who's protecting them. The guy protecting them is nobody. You get mad at the guy actually retaliating against them. That's the key there. No one wants to get involved. Too busy. I would be late to my freaking job if I needed to. Say, hey, I was just finding out how I can help 3 women who claim sexual assault and are being retaliated. Yep, you're right. He's a coward, Rami. And what's wrong with questions? Exactly. What if it was you or your wife or your mom? You are exactly right. And I'm doing fair at Spirit in the Sky. Yep, my birthday is coming up. Excellent, happy birthday. That's Bob. Are politicians perverts? Oh, many of them are, as we know. Spirit in the Sky is sickening. I live in Sicklerville, New Jersey, and the cops in my town harass me every day because I wouldn't sell out my friends. No, I'm glad you didn't sell out your friends. And Just Cause wrote, she looks like she's cushy. She is really cushy. The parties are one. Yeah, you're right. The parties are one. In fact, and who wrote that here? Parties are one. Spirit in the Sky. You know what? No one even runs against Senator Stack anymore. And you know what the head of the Republican committee in Hudson County said? He endorsed the Democrat, Mayor Stack, saying he's the best one for the job, and they didn't even bother running a Republican against him. That is not a representative republic. That's not a democracy. That's not a free country. You have to have two parties, at least. I mean, there should be way more than two parties, really, because what happens, because we have two parties, they become one. New Jersey has become the state of the uniparty. And most, not all, but most Republicans are in bed with Stack, metaphorically speaking. I don't know the answer to that. If anyone has any information on that, let me know. But metaphorically speaking, that many Republicans are in bed with Stack, no different than Democrats. And as one person one time said, if everyone is agreeing during a vote on laws, during any type of meeting, it means only one person is doing the thinking for them. And I have been at numerous Union City, New Jersey, city commissioner meetings. You know how much debate there have been on every single item that they voted on? Unless I missed something, it's zero. Something's proposed, which is proposed by Stack, of course, and every single little lepton, city commissioners like Wendy Grullon and Martinetti and the others, they all agree. There's no debate. Let me see if I can. Let me see this gentleman.
Senator Brown has what?
Brian Stack.
Senator Brian Stack. And what do you want to say about Senator Brian Stack?
I ask he knows.
Do you know who Senator Brian Stack is?
I do.
All right. And do you know that there are 3 women who work in Union City for him that claim they were sexually assaulted and he won't protect them? And she says she was sexually assaulted by Brian Stack himself.
Wow.
And Brian Stack won't help them. And so I'm here to talk to Governor Murphy and Matthew Platkin to get them to intervene.
Okay.
And
well, I hope good luck with that.
Well, one question before you go: if this was your wife or your daughter, God forbid, and you found out that they were sexually assaulted as a city worker by a city worker, and make believe you were the mayor, what would you do?
I would have to take some time to really think about that because that's very disturbing. That's all I would say.
But would
Thank
you do something? Like would you suspend the guy who was alleged of committing the crimes?
I would do some serious thinking. That's very disturbing.
Well, what would you have to think about though?
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know what. I'm glad he actually spent a little bit of time with us. But what would you have to think about if not 1, but 2, but 3 women alleged sexual assault, and then Deli Flores right here, she is claiming Brian Stack himself sexually assaulted her. Would you have to think about it? I mean, at least he spent a couple of minutes with us. It's more than 99% of the people here. And yeah, as you said, Rob, at least he did talk, but he was still a coward. They're all scared. You can't be scared in a democracy and a representative republic, a constitutional republic. It's the antithesis of a free nation. What is he scared for? Why wouldn't he talk freely? And yeah, he talked with me for a few minutes. Again, it's more than most people did, but then he was so measured. I would have to think long and hard about it. I said, if that was your mother or your daughter or your daughter or your wife, and you were mayor, what would you do? I would think long and hard about it. No! You would want instant action. You would want an immediate investigation. You would immediately suspend the person accused of sexual assault. Did he do it? Did he not do it? I don't know. I'm not saying. I never said he did it. That's not my role. My role is to expose and bring to light information that is important to help hold corrupt people and criminal people accountable. That's my role. And by the way, put a 1 in the room if you can hear me clearly. I have an ask, and I have my mic with this on. Can I ask you, if you had, Leroy Truth Investigations, reporter, investigative journalist.
Really?
And
what news organization?
It's Leroy Truth Investigations. It's on YouTube, and I have people all over the world that watch my news reports, and I'm doing an investigation because 3 women came forward to me claiming they were sexually assaulted, and they work in Union City, New Jersey. They were sexually assaulted by a fellow worker in Union City. And Mayor Brian Stack will not protect them. And the alleged sexual assaulter is still free, and these women are being retaliated against relentlessly by their direct
So
supervisor.
you're just getting public opinion.
You get,
Yeah.
you got tapes on it?
She alleges that Mayor Stack, Senator Stack, sexually assaulted her
Now, was
directly.
That's in the list. That's in the
Yeah,
list.
this is my truck.
Now, what is this video telling us?
That's where Chris Christie and Mayor Stack crossed party lines because he's a avid Democrat, and Chris Christie is an avid Republican. And from a number of sources, this is just allegations, is that the reason, allegations that Brian Stack went from Democrat to support Chris Christie is Chris Christie was allegedly investigating him for corruption when he was the Attorney General, and Chris Christie allegedly said to Brian, listen, I'm going to indict you unless you deliver Hudson County to me so I can win government. I said, these are sources, these are all allegations. No, I'm saying these are allegations, and I'm making no statements of fact, but numerous sources have told me this. And plus, she directly has said she was sexually assaulted by Senator Brian Stack. And she was retaliated against and fired after she came forward about it.
Any proof of this?
Yeah, I have all the proof. I have all the proof.
Well, good luck.
Thank you for you.
Well, what would you do? Just one last question.
You don't know
Can I ask you one more question of how to protect?
Maybe when we come out.
No,
Yeah,
but
thank
you're here right now. If
No,
you could protect
maybe
these women.
because we don't want to be late
Thank
for a
you.
meeting.
Thank you.
Is your meeting more important than protecting 3 women? They need protection.
Actually, in this case,
Oh, she says it is. See, they're all hacks. Every one of them. They're all hacks. Here, I don't want to hurt your arm there. As I'm turning it.
I know what their meeting is.
Right. Hey, by the way, what is your meeting? I know your meeting is important. You said it's important. What is your meeting?
Because people is
And-
scary.
And she asked Deli, does she have proof? Well,
People is scary.
she has, a lot of documentation about what she alleges occurs.
But question, Leroy, that is very important because the New Jersey newspaper, you have some witness when Brian Stack sexual assault you? Who has a witness when somebody attacks you, sexual attack?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, quick question. We're trying to protect 3 women who've been sexually assaulted. Can I get an opinion of you?
I really can't. Sorry.
You want to help these 3 women who claim sexual assault? You could help them.
El periódico de New Jersey Journal, I think you know exactly.
Yeah,
They
Jersey
asked
Journal.
me, you have a witness when Brian Stack assault you, sexual assault? Question to you, if somebody assault you, have some witness around to attack you? Impossible. Any people who wants to make something evil, but don't waiting for have some witness around him.
Right.
This is not common sense.
No, it's not.
You know? See, who has a witness for sexual assault? Who has a witness for Raúl Genao attack the ladies?
It's terrible, and no one should have to work this hard to simply protect 3 women and then get justice for Deli Flores in this so-called free country where the latest thing, the latest catch thing, because it's been politically convenient, was protect women. Me too, believe all women. That worked for the politicians for a short time, but guess what? They think people have forgotten about that. And I'm not into slogans, I'm not into trends, I'm into truth. And truth is, we have to protect women who claim sexual assault. Protect them. Make sure to stop it from happening. And they need support, and they need to not be retaliated against. So let's take a look at the chats we have here, Deli. And we're going to see if we get maybe one more person. Thank you for everyone putting the ones in the room there, loud and clear. And Rob wrote, I feel bad for all who are dealing with such tyranny that they fear retaliation for speaking up to... Oh, it's tragic. The victims are being further victimized due to fear. You're absolutely right about that. They don't want to be involved, their jobs are more important, and they could get fired. Good, get fired. I'm putting my life on the line for this. And many of you know that one of my sources told me that Mayor Stack was allegedly on speakerphone, and when someone he was talking with mentioned my name, he became enraged that they said Leroy Truth. And he said, allegedly, according to this source, who heard him on speakerphone, that if Leroy Truth, this is Mayor Brian P. Stack, Senator Brian P. Stack, allegedly said this, according to this source, he allegedly said that if Leroy Truth were to go to the county, that he would be laying next to Jimmy Hoffa. And for those who don't know, Jimmy Hoffa disappeared. He used to be the president of the Teamsters Union and disappeared. Body was never found. That is what allegedly Mayor Stack said directly about me. I would say that's a threat there. Just some guy. See your chat here, Leroy Truth Investigation. You're the man, Leroy. Be safe out there, brother. Thank you. And if anyone would like to support the work I'm doing, Super Chat or Super Thanks or PayPal or Cash App. And this is a big investment. I mean, this truck costs a lot of money. And I rented this truck. This is second time in Trenton, third time so far. And makes a powerful statement and educates people as to truth about what's going on in Mayor Stack's Union City government. And let's see, anyone else have any questions? And we're going to wrap it up in a few minutes. And if we see another person or two come over here, Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative, Honor All Together. The witnesses that work with him and know how he acts, they just don't have a spine. You're right. All right, Deli. Take care. Deli is on the way. So Deli, thanks for joining us today. And we're going to keep working to get justice towards you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Okay. Okay. Yes, thank you. And let me see what we have for chats here. Again, anyone wants to do a super chat, super thanks, even if it's $1, everything helps. And so let's see what we have here. Chivalry is dead, save a few. Shameful. Gene Hackman. They don't want to be involved. The job's more important. They want to get fired. I can't believe these people walking off. Wow. From Chris Mike. Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative. 7 Cities. Hello, 7 Cities kid. There are witnesses that work with him and know how he acts. They just don't have a spine. Correct. And CBC. Bring back duels, the Citizen Broadcasting Corporation, Cooperative says. And we have Chris Mike, where's Jimmy? Jimmy who? Oh, yeah, Jimmy who? Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, where is he? Apparently Brian Stack may know from that alleged threat he made against me. He allegedly said, if Leroy Truth were to go to the county, referring to Hudson County, which Union City, New Jersey is in, that I would be laying next to Jimmy Hoffa. So first thing, Jimmy Hoffa, where are you? And Mayor Brian Stack, if you know where Jimmy Hoffa is, you have an obligation to tell us. And Shannon, hello Shannon, USA Patriot, make New Jersey great again. Well, to be great, and you're right about that, they need a governor and an attorney general and senators that will do the right thing and not the political thing that helps them. Keep exposing this corruption, Jamie Rupert says. Where's Jimmy Hoffa? Just Cow says. Yes, just cause. Gary Bryant, never stop. And 7 Cities kids, keep it up. Leroy, you're the truth. All right, so it's kind of quiet here now, so we're going to end in a few minutes, but I see one person coming this way. So we're going to ask one more person. It's a woman coming down the street. Her opinion on would she help these 3 women? And I'll ask her what she thinks she could do to help these 3 women. Mainstream media sure as hell isn't. They've been contacted by numerous people on my team, numerous people in Union City, New Jersey, and they've ignored every one of those people, and they've even hung up on some of those people. Hey, ma'am, I got a question for you. Can you ask a question about 3 women who were sexually assaulted? The ultimate way to prevent any interaction or opinion, keep headphones on and make believe you can't hear me.
Truth blockers.
Right, it's also call them a truth blocker. All right, so we're gonna wrap this live up today. And my truck is here until 5 p.m. today with this messaging here. I'm gonna have it drive around Trenton again, get the messaging out, because an uneducated public who doesn't know what's going on, that's why mayors and state senators can get away with so much corruption. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, over 1,000 complaints and tips I've received in almost 4 months now against Mayor Brian Stack of allegations of pay-to-play, extortion, retaliation, sexual assault and cover-ups, direct voter intimidation directly by Brian Stack. And I have someone, Jose Garrido, who is a whistleblower, who has come forward on camera. He has received death threats. I've received death threats, but we're not stopping. And I'm asking each of you to do something. You don't have to do everything, but do something. I ask you to peacefully call the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office peacefully, professionally, and ask that these women be protected and to find out what's going on with this investigation. It's been 5 weeks, there's been no arrest. 3 women claim very similar stories against Raul Janau. Why isn't there arrest? You have a right to redress your government. I always ask you to do it peacefully and professionally. I do not condone violence. I do not condone threats. 100%. No, no, no. And I don't care if you live in Hudson County, you live in near the Hudson River, you live in Washington State, you live in Guatemala. I don't care where you are. The only way politicians will know that they're being watched and will be held accountable is if you let them know. Otherwise, they will get away doing the same thing that they've been doing for decades and decades. And they create political machines. And that's what they have in New Jersey, a political machine. So call the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office if you feel so inspired. In New Jersey, Esther Suarez is the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office. Call Matthew Platkin, Platkin, the New Jersey State Attorney General, and ask that immediately that he take over Esther Suarez's Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, which he just did with Warren County, New Jersey. Completely took over the prosecutor's office because of alleged malfeasance, alleged corruption, and so forth. He needs to do the same thing in Hudson County. Ask him. Unless, take one step, make the phone call now. Look it up online. I don't have the number handy here right now. Look, Matthew Platkin, New Jersey State Attorney General. You can find the number online. Give him a peaceful, professional, clear call. If you would like him to take over an allegedly very corrupt Hudson County Prosecutor's Office in Hudson County, New Jersey, Esther Suarez, directly appointed by Mayor Brian Stack. And so I'm going to end this here for today. Hoffa is a drum in a drum of acid, someone says. Where is the worthless, good-for-nothing sheriff? MIA, Rami. Hear nothing from them. Dig through the budget, Waterloo Bear, follow the money. I'm in the process of doing that right now. Spirit in the sky, look at all the corrupt politicians running around, no accountability. And that's our fault. So I ask you to make that call, make a single call, a single email to Matthew Platkin, the New Jersey State Attorney General. It's a big thing. You may think it's a little thing, it's a big thing. And they don't care about 1 or 2 or 5. They do care about 10, 20, 50, 100 or more. Then it says, whoa, we're not getting away with it. We can't be invisible anymore. So I appreciate each of you for spending some time with me this afternoon. Please like this, smash that like button, that thumbs up on this, help to get more reach. Please share this video with everyone, your friends, family, and share this video with Matthew Platkin, Attorney General. Share this video with Esther Suarez, Prosecutor's Office in Hudson County, New Jersey. Share this video with Mayor and State Senator Brian Stack. Just take the link, send it to them. So I appreciate you all. Rami, thanks so much. And by the way, everyone, just let me know how those calls go. And if you record them, send them to me too. I always recommend you record them for your protection so they can't say, oh, Rami made a threat. Record them. Send the recordings to me at LeroyTruth247@gmail.com. LeroyTruth247@gmail.com. Gary Bryant, I so appreciate you. Chris, Mike, and everyone here. Low Dimes. So see you next time. Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative, get the sociopaths out of government. Amen, brother. Smash this thumbs up. And if you'd like to do a super thanks, super chat, always appreciated. Support the work. God bless you all. And as Martin Luther King said, the problem is not that we are outnumbered. The problem is that we have been out-organized. Also, shout out to Sean Long Island Audit, who's been watching many of these videos. He's also doing great work. He's making a difference. He's making change. And that's what this is all about. We want to expose things through our videos and also make change, make case law, hold government officials accountable, and Sean Long Island does that constantly. I appreciate him. God bless him as well. And we'll see you next time, everyone.